Okay, mic should be on. Appears to be fine, dandy. Text, which is this. No, not friend on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, we're back for our next game. Sorry we skipped a day. Real life shit keeps getting in the way, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wasn't feeling too well, sorry.
shit happens. Right. So yeah, we're back for our next game. Wasn't really sure we were gonna do the other Ace Attorney games, to be honest. That wasn't in my mind, to be fair. But no, we're doing this now. So yeah, we're doing.
I wanted to play them and I'm gonna try to just with it. Fun games.
They are, but they're visual novels, and they take a while, especially in the stream
Yeah.
format. But here we are. This is
Yeah.
probably going to be the last game we'll do in the remainder of the year. That's how long this will take. Probably the next 2 months, especially with the on and offness.
Yeah, it's like could happen, yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna turn on the game, make sure the capture works, and then I gotta remember to screen share it to Plumber because this so far the Discord method is ideal, unfortunately. So yeah, let me boot it up. I'm still using the music mod replacement because why not?
To get the original soundtrack and not to rearrange then?
In the game there is no so that's just give you the music that was in the.
Okay. Right, and not the noise that like copyright issues.
No, I just wanted to use fan-made music because I think it sounds good.
Ah, okay.
I did it for the last game. I'm gonna do it for this game.
It's been a while since we did this. Yeah, because that was the first introduction, and now I played all 3 of them.
So, so you'll be thrown off with the arranged music.
Probably, yeah.
Right. I also get the volume mix. Two things. Oh, I'm at 10%. That's not good enough, apparently. Right. Game. The Justice for All. That's the second game. I wish they put numbers on these. This is during the era where that wasn't a thing.
Yeah. What do you mean Pleasant Revelations is the third one? And you have to kind of figure it out first. Does the first one have a subtitle? Oh god.
It says Lost Turnabout. I mean, this is just the prologue, technically.
I mean...
Oh, no, I think it's just...
game.
I think the first game's just Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And then the other ones, they just kind of put the subtitle in the subtitle.
Yeah. And it also always throws me so off when I look at Steam and like I try to find it, it's like, why is it not under A?
Because it's technically the Phoenix Wright series.
Yeah, exactly.
But I always associate as Ace Attorney because that's just more generalized. But
yeah, because Phoenix Wright is, it's like, it's Tomb Raider, not Lara Croft. Tomb Raider.
Anyway, is the prologue or the tutorial. Yeah. Gotta get into this mess.
Right.
I think this is the judge, so that's you.
Okay.
And it's being automated, so it's not my fault when that shit happens.
Yeah.
What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
That's a good way to start. Nightmare. But it was this ringtone that caused it. Really should be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Looks like they hung up. Mystery man.
Good. I finally found you. Like about a close call. I hate to do this to you. It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney.
He said the thing. Bit weird that they show like reveal they did in the first case.
Yeah, but they did it as well for the other tutorial case.
I think they tried to obscure it with the first one. Oh, whatever. Ah, head. It's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there?
Good morning.
Ah! Good morning.
What's wrong? You don't look well. You've had the best thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit?
Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? It sort of hurts.
Watch with that.
Am I in trouble or something?
Huh? Trouble?
Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong.
What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble.
What?
I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Life in my hands?
You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty.
Not guilty?
Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, he said. You, the one and only Phoenix White, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever.
What's this girl babbling on about?
Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting real strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir.
Oh, sorry. Great to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? Mr. White, how can you say that? Can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
This is how a defense attorney treats his client, sir. I can't believe this.
No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person.
Yes, I'm...
If this is an RPG, you insert your name here. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank?
The trial...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like... I'm the defendant.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you, India, okay?
Sure, whatever it is I'm doing. Guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. Whatever that is. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. Can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Like it's your job or something.
Yeah.
Ah, someone please tell me this is just a bad dream.
Nope, not this one.
I get a feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from. Ugh. This is probably a good case example at the start. You've already got the evidence you need, but this is one that encourages you to actually check your evidence. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right.
I also really like the twist. It's like, okay, this is the second game. How do we do tutorial case again if it isn't the first case of Phoenix?
Old amnesia route.
Yeah.
Classes. I'm a death. It's always important until the autopsy gets updated, as usual. 30. Bit of an age gap there, but I'll shrug that off.
Yeah. It's like It's not. But at least you know she's over 18 and quite by no by.
She's
this
over
has been quite a
21,
bit.
so that makes it better already.
Yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie White.
I think it's Maggie Bird.
Maggie. Right. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Was I Payne or was that you?
I'm not sure.
Because if I remember correctly, I think his attorney was initially just me, and then you stepped in. If I remember, was that his? No, late now.
No, I know that I voiced Edgeworth.
You definitely
so...
voiced Edgeworth. There's no debating there. You can keep Payne then.
Okay. It's like I felt like I should do the prosecutors because we will talk a lot back and forth.
Yeah.
What is it, Mr. White?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
No. What if I said no? Would that be alright?
Of course it wouldn't.
Then why bother asking to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair, but swift. I believe I told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're all well aware, the defense is accused of killing her lover. But whereas her lover was a fellow police officer.
Policeman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I... We weren't lovers like that.
Yes, you. That's an apt description there. Cowboy.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
I always thought the joke on Payne's name was like a pane of glass. I mind, but pain in the ass is more accurate.
What's pane of glass?
Exactly what I described, a wall of glass. Like he's just completely see-through.
Oh.
There's no lie to hide behind a pane of glass.
Okay.
That's what I thought, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. White. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, okay?
Okay. And who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here you go. Don't let me down, Mr. White.
Where to hide? I'm so dead.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
You don't look very well, detective.
Well, sir, defendant, she works under me, so, you know. Work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he always watched out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I will never forget what he's done for me.
Okay, calm down, I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the detail of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. Victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes. Is autopsy report correct?
I might not remember getting a copy.
I see, everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented.
Victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. Results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Always check any evidence you receive.
Yeah, especially photos. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, I guess.
Mr. White, is your head on white today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found on the victim's body.
Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second.
What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this.
Oh, thank God.
At a time like this, you maybe ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Over tutorial stuff. Yeah, info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court by pressing the tab button.
Or if you're using a 3DS, the court record button. Literally be on the touchscreen. The button, huh? You even know what you're talking about, don't you?
It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
I think you might be good as an
Probably
assistant.
has better legal knowledge than Maya.
Yeah, it's like, can you be my assistant, please?
She probably also doesn't want to steal as much stuff.
Nope.
Mr. White.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What is it again? The button?
Alright, Mr. White, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
Well, I already checked it earlier, so it has to be the glasses.
Yeah.
That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses.
That's right. And
Victim-
you just now proved your client's guilty.
Yay! The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. Held on to them as he fell.
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye?
Those glasses you're wearing.
Yes, this is my spare pair.
Spare pair? You have those? I legit do
But
not.
I have my old glasses still for that reason.
Yeah, me personally, I legit do not have a spare pair.
Oh wow.
I'm on the mindset of, I wear these glasses all the goddamn time. There's no way these things can be broken. I'm smiting the gods now of wrath. Good job,
Yeah.
mate.
If I were me, you know, I haven't had anything happen.
Exactly. I'm wearing them all the time. Anytime they're off, I'm in bed. By the time I put them back on,
Yeah.
off they go.
But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear it, sir.
Sure about that?
Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I actually stepped online.
Coincidence, she says.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
First testimony. Something even more incriminating than the glass under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it's clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. This piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. Multiple things wrong here, which might throw you off actually, because you don't know what to point out.
This is the picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why this? Yes, I can see your name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
It's another photo. Is it the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious? The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground.
But I already told you. Those glasses aren't mine.
And how do you explain his dying message?
It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. White, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
This is it. I'm counting on you.
Sure, but what am I supposed to do?
What? This isn't like you at all. The witness is the part where you get into witnesses' faces.
In their faces and do what?
Make out with them.
At least that's what you do with Edgeworth.
Yeah, I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution witnesses all hide things from the court. Which means they lie from time to time.
Why? But isn't that detective your superior?
Even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong.
Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain.
It doesn't matter. Either way, it's Bedfast, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose the lies. Mr. White, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. The first obvious thing that's clearly wrong is actually Maggie's name is spelled entirely wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can't check the court record in this mode. You actually go into the present mode, so you may accidentally present something.
Yeah,
Check here. This is spelled with an I in profiles.
EY, which is a weird way of spelling it.
This is an EY. So we need to go to
Shouldn't it normally be like just a Y?
Yeah, it might be a translation quirk just to make sure it still works. So we're just gonna press on how the name is spelled first before we do stupid.
This is intended sometimes. They are weird. Hi, Adrian.
Adrian. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look at it, it still says Maggie. He's got a point.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Don't hurt me. I know the picture says Maggie, but...
Now that she mentioned it, something does feel kind of off about this picture.
That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence.
So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. Already spotted it, so now we know this needs evidence.
Yeah.
Back. Then I guess the profiles will appear. Logically. One of the rare times you actually have to use the profiles as evidence, actually, thinking about it.
So often, especially in the third game, because it's been about forgot, oh yeah, I have to present people to other people to get them to talk.
Yeah, it is weird.
What is that?
What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe! You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. White?
You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
But where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bright.
I think someone needs to check the court record.
Right, it says right here that it's Maggie Bright. Yeah.
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping.
What's going on here?
I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. I see where you're coming from, Adrian. It might be because of the Japanese translations. Maybe its pronunciations are different. That legit might be it. In the original game, the pronunciations might be different.
Yeah, but to be fair, the judge in Gumshoe would have missed both of those things and then just wants a guilty verdict, right?
Yeah, probably. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
Oh.
How about that? I hadn't even noticed. Okay.
Bad.
Okay, now the name Pain makes sense. It's a literal translation to still keep the joke of pain without.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Humor.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name.
No. This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim were in fact lovers?
Accidental misclick there a bit too early. I got a new
but
mouse.
Weirdly enough, the sentence actually still was grammatically correct.
Yeah. Thing is, I've got a new mouse and it's a slight bit more sensitive than what I'm used to, so I'm actually pressing the second mouse button because my hand is naturally resting heavier than it should. I'll keep better control of that eventually. I'm getting better. It's still slipping though.
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going on for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she could get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. White. I also just laughed at, normally when Phoenix Lions did, can I ask about, how they saw the person that was killed or something like that? It's like, no, we don't have time for true relations. Ooh, gossip about the two of them. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm just writing down. Share.
If it's Italian memes, I'm all for them.
Is Ace Attorney related? Okay, so I'm gonna press on specifically what the gift was, because that would hurt to know. Oh, it may seem irrelevant, but it may be important later. You discussed what the defendant was going to give to her boyfriend? Well, she trusts me, so... Why does he look proud of himself right now?
What is it this time?
That testimony didn't sound like it had any contradictions in it. It just wasn't anything that really stuck out as odd.
Yeah? I wonder what would happen if you tried to get more information from him.
Get more information?
Yeah, like how to press people on those old cop shows, sir.
Am I pressing him? Huh. I guess I pressed on the wrong thing. That's okay. I'll just... I thought pressing it on here would provide more information, because it's like, okay, what did you provide?
I mean, I guess it's like if you press it on the present, it's like what was the present?
Yeah, probably. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. White, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time.
Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. Guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective's about done here. I didn't get marked down for badgering the witness. Over 2 months ago? Yep. Very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove.
A single glove? I wish you only gave him one. Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove?
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove? Yes, any more information we can gather is useful.
Yeah.
Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then, what is it like? Well, she ordered it. It's custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made. Yeah, Anna, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it seems that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. White? Do you think that this glove is relevant to this case?
It's to me. You'll make me win. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant! That glove is the key to this whole case!
Yes, nothing to the max. Now this is the Mr. White I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great.
A lot of attorney bluffs their way into victory. This is terrible. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's see some more about the murder.
Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and show the glove to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir.
It's, rather yellow, isn't it?
Looks more like a bunch of bananas. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it?
Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Isn't his...
I mean,
is the English... Isn't
the English name...
Detective?
Yeah, it's like Dick Gumshoe is the whole riffing pun of detective nicknames. But the Japanese name, I'd be fascinated to know what it is.
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
Thinking of the important shit here.
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gamshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. First looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. Also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand.
Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now that, Mr. White, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm not sure if it can provide the autopsy report because it doesn't say anything like instant death. But broken neck should be instant, shouldn't it?
Usually it is, depending... I can vouch this. Depending on how a execution was handled, some people can somehow survive neck injuries somehow.
What the...
Like, literally, beheading from a, what's the French thing that cleaves your head clean? I blanked on
the guillotine.
Guillotine. Yeah, there are recorded incidences of people actually surviving a guillotine, chopping midway and stopping. And people are in agony in that time. We're not having their head cleaved off.
Yeah, no. That looks awful. Sounds awful.
Detective. I think Gumshoe's more iconic, personally.
Yeah.
To be fair, Japan does like their rock musician references. Like, I think, was it Mega Man X 4 or 5? A lot of the Robot Masters, Mavericks, that's it, were named after rock musicians because rolling on the pun of the Mega Man name history.
Yeah.
Because Mega Man and his sister's name, like their normal names, is Rock, and then Mega Man's sister is Roll. So the pun of rock and roll.
Roll. Yeah, I think you mentioned this before, yeah.
Japan loves doing this shit.
I really need to get into Mega Man at some time.
You got the collections and everything to get into them. They're as accessible as ever. See what the stand. It has been a bit for me, so forgive me for backing out on something.
That sounds like a good name for him, yeah. I mean, I know that it's like he shouldn't have written it with his right hand, but I'm not sure if you have like the evidence yet.
Yeah, so. Oh, I guess I could just press it.
Benjamin Handel just sounds lame.
I mean, at least Edgeworth is still relevant to the original name.
Yeah, and I think it fits him as a name. It's like, if you like just hear Miles Edgeworth, you quite likely will think of a character like him.
Actually, let me check.
Can you already press the glove because it's left-handed?
It just says it was custom made. Also, it's a right-handed glove.
Yeah, because you catch with the other hand.
It's weird that. So, is it correct that most baseball gloves are left-handed?
I guess they are. Then.
I bet.
You fold with your right hand, and you fold like with your main hand, which is usually the right. So, and you fold with the one you don't have the glove on.
I wonder if this was changed because of how Japan does writing in general. Because that's an important element as well.
Yeah, it's like, because you cannot do the symbols things, right? Like
Alright, I'm just gonna press.
Maybe just press
I'm just gonna
the
press
last one.
I'm just gonna press on this. Can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good.
Well, if it's time to go back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation?
Couldn't find out. It's just like, oh, great investigation there, guys. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation.
I've never heard that before. Me neither.
Alright.
I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up anyway. Way to ruin his pride already.
Yeah. But honestly, I do appreciate people like, well, we did some tests and we figured out we don't know it. So I'd be like, yeah, we're absolutely sure what it was.
Better to admit you're not sure than to falsely lead people.
Yeah, exactly.
His pointer finger? Sorry. You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces? Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if we hadn't been writing in sand.
That's just sad. And the results?
I'm just gonna press on. Pressing doesn't cost you anything, unless you're on a particular case, but usually there's no harm pressing on everything.
Good thing we are not having that case right now.
What does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write the name with his own finger.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
Yes, he's right. And there's more. Scratches on his skin? Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there.
That's incredible.
Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we have to use a magnifying glass. A really strong one. Got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found them. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Anything out of the way, really? Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. What if my evidence is solid enough to counter with? Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim.
But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you really think he would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present?
Present? What about it? It's kind of weird they don't really...
Yeah.
Well, okay. They did say that it was yellow and there was another reason. But there's nothing here telling you that the glove is wrong or different. Besides being
Honestly,
yellow.
like, I don't think most people would be familiar enough with baseball to kind of make the connection if you're not in the US.
Not even me, because I know about baseball, but I don't instinctually think about it's like, oh, it's a baseball glove for catching baseballs. Naturally, I want my dominant hand to catch the ball. It's a right-handed glove. But no, apparently they're supposed to be mostly left, so it didn't look odd to me when I saw it. Most people probably get thrown off about that. Just need to figure out which one to point it at.
I mean, I think it's very says with the right hand.
Yeah, fair enough. Just make it safe to save, because I'm gonna exploit this.
Yeah.
Backspace. What game uses backspace for button inputs? Who does this? And tab. Ugh.
And tab is at least close to where VISD is, so...
Yeah, whatever. I should be using controller, realistically.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Thought about it, but, it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Says you, what if I prefer using my right hand to catch shit? Fuck you! Left-handed.
Right, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. I'm surprised the judge realized that.
Same. That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ugh!
That is, check. Overruled. Mr. One, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand, especially in cursive. Actually, let me check that picture.
Yeah, it's like...
Pretty sure it was done cursive. It was. It's like, had the time to make it fancy and smart and not rushed.
No, a blind person shouldn't write that clean. I don't write that clean on my best days. But
Yes, if it was me, like hard capitals, no smoothness, straight lines.
Also, the sheets are identical. How did he do that?
Witchcraft. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim.
Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself.
Then that means Maggie is...
No, it's not possible. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution had presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. Alright, you did it, Mr. White. I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. White.
Me, Your Honor? Thank you, sir.
See, you get complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up on being a lawyer, sir.
You joking? I'm more than ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds defendant Maggie Bright. No, not yet. Please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What?
And what did this witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
The heck?
Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. need more information. I have to see what I can find out during this recess. Can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Yeah, perfect place to make a save.
Yeah.
Too early for a stream.
I know the first case also was loading. But was this for the first game? The two as well?
No, I don't think the first game did a recess for the first case, but doesn't matter. Like the first one was so basic and simple, I don't think it was necessary. I'm trying to think about it. I'm mixing up the first case and the second case in the first game because the two do mash a bit.
Yeah. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you.
Oh. I know what to do. I had to can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a bit, little. A mega kick should be all you need.
No. I think I'll pass on this one.
Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everybody's problems.
Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things?
Of course, I'll be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me.
No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name.
Right. This is serious. You really don't remember? I'll tell you what, sir. I can have this back and maybe it will help.
This is a business card?
I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it from now, but please give it back, okay?
Bet you Phoenix only has the one card. It's like, no, you have to return that.
I only take one case at a time anyway, so...
Some numbers written on the back.
Oh, that's his cell phone number.
Seems like an important piece of information. Let me check. Okay, so this is before you can investigate pieces of evidence, which kind of bothers me for some reason.
Yeah, I think you should see it. Like rapid stuff.
Apollo Justice utilizes more of that item investigation you do at the end of the first game. DS technology!
That freaking puzzle where you had to like align it so exact.
The vase.
Yeah, the vase.
The shadow silhouette. That was bullshit.
And the blue badger that haunts me in my dreams.
I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case.
This case?
Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but...
Cell phone?
Yeah. I slid up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir.
Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important.
Okay, watch out.
It's a cell phone.
Ah, so. I was checking something for later. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m.
It's important. Write down a note, which is what I've been doing.
Yeah. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin.
No, the Blue Badger returns.
All of a sudden, the phone began to ring.
Who has this as the ringtone? Like, this is the worst ringtone you could possibly have.
People are weird.
We are.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. You can call me Maggie. With E-Y. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Listen, I waited for the person to show up. But they never did.
So, where is this phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Speaking here. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It is. You're so mean. I called you a million times, but you won't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left.
Ah, who in the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there world for worse than abysmal?
I think so.
It's going actually quite okay, things considered.
I'm legit trying to think. Like, I think there is a word worse than abysmal. I'm blanking on it right now. It's dreadful, maybe.
Dreadful, yeah.
Something with a D.
I could say hellish, but I think the abyss is actually way worse than hell in D&D.
Yeah. Anyway.
They give devils you can somewhat reason. Oh, and what if I said that everything would be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra decisive super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh?
Here's this Nick.
Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it.
This kind of stuff, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in...
It's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of the group.
Right. Quickly check that. Given to me. Can't investigate it. If this was the letter tie, I would literally give you a list of names.
Yeah, and then you can see, oh, it's the guy that's going to be the next witness.
Yay. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me.
And where did you get this list from in the first place?
I steal things, Nick. What? You don't remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I guess it comes with age. Damn it, Maya. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old fool like you. Maya, actually, Mr. White is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Ah, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick.
I don't rub it in.
Wish us luck.
I think he's got to be like in his early 30s or something, right?
I think he's not even this further.
Wait, I can find out.
It's like, it should show you...
No, of course, his thing isn't even on here, but everyone else's is.
Yeah.
I can't even find out Maya's. I can find out Payne's, though.
I think, is she 17 in this one?
What, Maya?
Yeah. I think she's 16 in the first one.
Instinctually, my brain says early 20s, but fuck me having standards of age.
Yeah.
This is Japan. What am I talking about? She's 14, obviously. All that's left is to put it all together. Not going to lose this. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness
I hope it's not Larry.
a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
His name shall remain anonymous.
Please state your name for the court witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Alright, go ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps it's a drifter who was taking a walk.
My god, he's a diva.
Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now, you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure.
I'm not doing that. It's doing it on its own.
Yeah. Upper stop good quality. I'm merely looking for the person.
How dare you assume it was such a low common a title?
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. How to see a human chatterbox?
Ugh, I have to question him?
Fashion, cars, woman, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply.
Okay, the first three I get, but glasses? Thanks. I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
you're not wearing glasses.
That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh. Is this how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You're probably also powerful and keep people down, at least the parents do. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
How can the judge be a pushover, a complete threat at the same time?
I don't know, he's a complete enigma, and so is the vault for him.
Yes, he is. Oh man.
I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were.
That's Virtuoso, or that's a word I've not encountered regularly enough.
Yeah, it sounds Latinish.
Probably. Also, that's not a PhD.
If you wanted to. Also, is Drifter a thing?
It just means a person who goes town to town, doesn't really stay in one place.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's like, I know drifting, and then like halving, but...
But no, being a drifter is not a PhD.
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
I'm not even sure if he's even in said university at this rate.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder you were taking strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a subsequent boy out on a walk with Mummy. My Mummy doesn't like me well enough for that.
It's pronounced prepubescent.
Pubescent.
That's what I do know.
Anyway, please testify to this court whether you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you...
He's a person who wants to talk like he knows better. Trying to use as many fancy words as possible, but his internal library isn't actually that vast.
What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right into my eyes. With all the thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remembered her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
Okay, so the only couple things I could press on, but I think the banana's the big. So
Yeah.
that's. I think I just did present with that one.
That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
Strange. Mine is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
I would never.
Don't
You
dare
may not
you.
question that.
Find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Grrr. Big's hand. Just to be safe, though.
Stupid stuff, yeah.
I don't care. I'm exploiting saves. They're there. I'm gonna use it.
It took me in the first game way too long to realize I can just press a save whenever and don't need to wait for the...
Yeah, I don't blame you.
ending.
I was equally as bad about that. There we go. It's annoying that
Yeah,
you
press
can't.
it on that.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you can also accidentally over and start the whole thing again.
Oh yeah, then you have like this whole... There has to be a contradiction in there. Can you already object to that?
Yeah, if the music cuts off, you're fine. If the music's still rolling, you haven't done it right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here.
Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull my information out of me.
That's where you'd be wrong.
Mr. White, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove?
Oh, as a prosecutor, you shouldn't have said that.
What? A baseball glove?
Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite?
That's not... It's... No.
Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... Loves bananas. Knows nothing about it. I mean, that could be also true. Equally guilty of that one. By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
But why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Yeah, Anna, it's very simple. To mistake a cloud for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. I figured it out as well, so anybody can. Objection overruled.
Yay, it's in my favor.
You're the one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those.
Oh, and off he goes.
Impossibility. In the end, I'm better than all of you.
And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
Yep. From 20 to 100. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course I was planning on getting a new pair made, by the way. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them...
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness?
You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who did stuff.
Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
You'd be surprised how little one can see when the glasses are removed, as I can vouch.
Yeah, it's like...
I have no idea how I would live without my glasses
I need
on.
to translate it,
Nearsightedness or farsightedness?
Probably nearsighted.
It's nearsighted if you can see quite clearly up close.
5. Okay, 2.5 isn't that bad. Yeah. It's like, not I can identify someone as a murderer bad.
Yeah.
It's like you should have cleared for that.
Yeah, so my eyesight be like, that person is definitely female, but I can't tell any other details. Fuck
yeah,
me.
It's like maybe you get like hair colored, like body shape, and like.
But don't ask me to find details of what their face looked like.
Yeah, very much that.
Did this person have a beauty block on the left cheek? I don't know. It all looked like a blur to me.
There was a face shaped blob. Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next, in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized what I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands, since they've showed up within 10 minutes.
Check evidence. I don't know where this is going, but it doesn't hurt to...
Yeah.
6:45. A real issue here if it was...
I mean, it's like...
Bit of a gap,
if you go to the picture. If you go to the picture.
Oh yeah, there's a clock. It's 6...
No.
That's not. It's an hour later. That's 7.
Yeah, but it's the
phone booth is right there.
Phone booth. Yeah, because it's like 50 minutes to make that immediately.
I wonder how many players just completely phone board. I just did.
I mean, I think it only comes up when you like questions like, "Oh, I didn't find one there." It's like, bitch. So, the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine, can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. White.
Right.
And you might need to press on the
Yeah, I need to.
I got it immediately.
Just checking. They didn't specify phone booth. And finally, once we get that piece of paper. Immediately? As in?
As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. But it did not teach you that at your pitiful school.
Think people learn about how to call the police in college?
Hey, Nick. I think you should take a look at the card wagon for a second.
Huh? I might be thinking ahead here, Blimmer.
I mean, I think you probably...
Yeah, but it's like, do you... Or
yeah, it's like I won't do the second one, I'll let the next one. Because there you have the time.
What? I'm confused now.
If you go one statement further.
Oh, the statement.
Because there you have the time.
By press him or...
Probably good enough to present, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I present what?
Ace Attorney is a game where, like, presenting an autopsy report that says the victim was stabbed in the back is not valid on a statement when it says, oh, the victim was up against the stone wall. No, you have to press it on the next one where just mentioned they have been stabbed. And that is a real thing and I'm still salty about it. And if I'm wrong, the detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Yes, I think you can just present it in front, like if you go, yeah.
Okay, but present what? I'm not actually really sure.
Autopsy report. Because it's 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's quite a gap, so yeah, we'll...
Yeah.
Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report? It's outdated, you know.
Are even the judges on this? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it?
Huh?
I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
Yeah. The witness was in shock at the time of the witnessing a terrible murder. It only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
50 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed.
Ah. Mr. Wellington, explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question.
I mean...
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
In this day and age? Yeah, good luck with that. Phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
do you mean you guys don't have phones?
You and your questions as if you're trying to open all the layers of a... Wait, that's the Doshka doll.
Good enough. It's Russian.
Yeah. Like, I think the last part was not that far off. You must think you're really something special.
Witness!
I lost my cell phone. There. Are you happy?
You lost it?
Unbelievable. You lose your classes and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things?
God, they probably lose things all the time.
Haven't you ever heard that I am the best version of something simple people in love?
Oh man. Wait, hold on a sec. He lost his cell phone?
The cell phone, could it be?
You mean this phone Maggie found? That's no way. I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Yeah, question further. What kind of stupid question is that? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now?
Hey, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I will have you know. See? Here it is.
Oh, I see.
Looks like he's got his phone. And I just thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness didn't have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Not quite.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. White?
Yeah, it's in this photo.
Look at this photograph.
Your Honor.
I cannot make this a thing because there's way too many times I will feel forced to make it.
Oh yeah. Probably not the first person either.
No.
The witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone.
How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for public phone proof.
Check evidence before we display them, especially when they're not
Yeah.
displayed on the screen. But a lot of people made that mistake by accident because they're labeled similarly.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't tell you description, but if you're not looking for it, you may go with the wrong picture.
And you can easily mix them up.
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
The crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
No. It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? I didn't have any change, like a common peasant.
Order. Order. But does reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? And I bet this phone really is his, Nick. Must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. There was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else.
Was he?
Mr. White,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
I'm not actually sure, really, but they'll just say yes for now.
Yeah.
There's only one possible explanation.
Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be warned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. White.
Yes, Your Honor. Ugh, I shouldn't have said there was only one possibility.
Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? It's probably the glasses.
Realistically, must be his, because matches with his
Yeah.
blue. Only when you're in this situation you can't safety save. Mr. Wellington.
But don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
These are your glasses, aren't they?
Where did you find...
I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body.
Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess to confirm anything.
Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call.
He also needed to find something in the sand. Mr. White, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer?
Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing.
Don't act surprised. This is literally like the, I don't know, fourth time Geeksman is correct about that.
Finds the motive as a witness. No, I'm right. He is the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah.
I legit don't know what the phrase deep six means. Heard of it, but I actually don't know what it means.
This is related 6 feet under?
Probably. It's also on par with the phrase of 86ing someone, apparently. I don't know what that one means either.
This is so exciting, watching you work again.
Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order! Order! Yeah, and the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accused the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I am no criminal. This first rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Right, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim was. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right?
Well, we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the card. Wait, did you just admit that she's not guilty?
Well, we've already kind of get close to that point. You know, he probably could have gotten
Yeah.
away with this if he just didn't tamper with anything.
Yeah. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would have the person known her name was Maggie?
It's one of those jokes that only works in text. There's no way you could pronounce it. Actually,
Yeah.
I wonder how the anime does this, because there's an anime adaptation. I
Yeah.
wonder how they did the case vocally.
The I.H. Worthless, which is a great name.
That's a fantastic name.
That is a good point. The witness didn't know of Miss White before this trial.
Ah, I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yeah, the phone.
Mhm.
It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggie.
No, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Phone, no question here.
Yeah.
Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why you? How did you?
You are terrible at this.
Yeah, Anna, the question have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. White, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relations between the witness's cell phone and the murderer?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone.
Hello? Ooh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie.
That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. And your argument here, Phoenix? I'm sure in the anime they just, point out harder about the spellings rather than just saying it. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Order. But yeah, Anna, the witness has a motive. And your point is, we don't care about motives. It's very simple, Anna. A person usually would not kill somebody without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. White,
Your Honor?
can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but... Noted. Please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. It's probably the list.
Guess so. I would have said more when you saw the police officer and panicked.
Yeah, so it might be that he's a police officer.
Well, we got two possible candidates now. Fuck. Because of that. I'm gonna go with my instincts.
Yeah, I think you're actually correct with that.
The murderer killed the victim because of this.
The defense is obviously hesitantly throwing out evidence in desperation.
No, I guess I was wrong. Was I thinking? Let me try it again. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found, and we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy.
I mean, it is.
Looking up the phone numbers on the person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people.
Off again.
Yeah.
I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man as such as myself? Your Honor, this is unjustified bettering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. White, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have these numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group.
Yeah.
Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
Got you now.
That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Already claimed this.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please let's think about the content of the cell phone. Oh, it really is like.
Yeah, I'll just
You're going to be done. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mrs. Pride to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
Actual question.
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
Think about it logically. It makes sense.
Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your fault, Mr. White.
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
That he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well done, Mr. White. What was the something that didn't agree with the witness?
It's the baseball glove! This time it's actually...
Yes, yeah, we were just one step ahead. Happens.
all the time. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim, you mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform.
Oh. Actually, police officers allowed to do this, to just uniforms, do they?
I'm assuming logistically he was heading back to the police station to change it. Assuming he was on his shifts outside, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, true.
He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. In his mind, it was possible that they had already run a check on the phone.
And he went into a panic, is what you're saying?
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking... It seems the two of us come on at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive, not bad for a person with a third-grade education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence. You're keeping it. All you've been raving about and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number, the suspicious call group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that one's really mine? Where is your proof, your evidence?
Want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It's good to see you, Scrum. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor! This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe... Yeah, check the numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the call group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor.
I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine is who that phone belongs to? Who cares about what phone numbers is stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal.
Oh, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again.
I always love how people can just have a complete breakdown and then be back to the normal self in the matter of seconds.
Got it! We should check for fingerprints.
Bingo! Prince.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone.
Don't you remember? When you got it from Becky, you wiped it off.
What?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
But wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly, too. It's always so much fun watching third-rate trash battle like parents amongst themselves.
Oh, he's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say? My fault is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can check the numbers still on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington.
What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your cell phone?
Oh, you're too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Now I remember! Huh. Looks like they hung up.
Ah, God, I finally found it.
So that's when.
What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
I should charge you for physical assault, now that I remember.
Hey, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free.
No. Oh, this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that?
Mr. White, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Where? Where did I go wrong?
Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer.
Time we keep hearing him saying third rate, I remind myself of Yu-Gi-Oh! What was it? You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
I don't know, that is a better use of that. And I cannot just think about like people about alphas and betas and it's like, oh, I'm a third-rate person. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet.
Who am I? What am I? Who I am?
The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at of the fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Please wait, Your Honor.
Alright, Nick.
I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it. Prove what, Mr. White?
Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defendant is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. White? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. White. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
I get one shot at this?
If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sure, you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. White could present only one more piece of evidence. No then, Mr. White. This is your last chance.
It comes down to this. It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
Phone number on this,
Yeah. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine.
It's actually in the court record, yes. I still can't read it.
Wait, what am I doing here? Who am I? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards.
Your Honor, there's something very important about that card. That is... Back the card.
Yeah.
This card is important because of what is on the back.
You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but
That's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
right now, but God is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. White?
We're going to call my cell phone now. Then, the court will see everything for what it is.
Of all the idiotic, stupid things to...
Someone became a fan of the sound,
Yeah,
right?
it's so bad. Yeah, it's like... Ah! What was... Why is my phone... And what is with the stupid sounding ringtone?
Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone.
Yeah. Ah! No. You can't.
By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning.
I will charge you with attempted murder.
I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
Ah!
Oh,
That's
shit.
one of my favorite breakdowns.
Ah, shit, he killed himself. Well, I guess we can't arrest him now.
Oh, that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he's become paranoid, lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then Mr. White, the phone you're holding...
Is Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Pride,
Not
not
guilty.
guilty.
Huh. Oh, thank God, we just managed to do it in the stream.
Yeah. That is so. This card is now adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. White. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Yeah, and judging by your original name.
Yeah. Yeah, well, life it can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment building.
The fuck?
Yes, I grow. I hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at the game of tic-tac-toe.
Oh, you know it's bad when you haven't even tied on
It's like,
that.
okay, that's a new thing, like, it's not hard. But life has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
That is, pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless.
Jesus Christ. that original
Lady
name
Luckless.
that original name is hitting harder now more than ever.
Yeah. But worse is that my misfortune always seemed to latch on to those around me. Do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. We were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady racing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh? And she did Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That graph didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a person to say thank you for covering one of my night shifts. Alright, okay. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, my head being all messed up.
Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck with that, sir.
Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I think.
Miss Whitemire, I shall get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourself too.
Ah, what a horrible day. Got my memory back, but still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what's count. You really had me worried. Come on, let's get back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memories back.
That moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who easily swayed by other people's opinions.
He should not be a freaking judge.
But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but he's mistaken me for someone else.
You'd be surprised how easily that can happen.
This girl, Maya?
You finally remembered.
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example...
Afternoon, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh. Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. Phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger trend.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon, 2 months ago. More like a prologue if it happened after the actual main game.
Yeah.
Yay.
Also, when it's like, I have so many good memories about her. Like the time we met, and her sister just died, and she was accused of murder.
That was a good memory.
Like,
I think this is like a...
you cannot pause doing those.
That's fine. It's like next time type thing, you know?
Yeah. I really like this place. I think it might actually be my favorite on the second game.
I remember you messaging me about it because of the interesting tidbits about it.
Yeah.
God's sake, Maya, what did you do
Damn it,
this
Maya.
time?
I finally get to see you again, and
It's not your fault. You didn't do it.
no, I did it. I killed that person.
But that wasn't you.
It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me.
Seriously, what the hell did you do? Can't believe something like this happened. Events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess. Playing through my mind. Oh, it does just continue. I thought you were supposed to just select the next episode. Bothering me now.
No, I think it literally just does.
Well, I'm gonna stop it right here.
Yeah.
I'm used to it just booting you. It should like prompt you like, do you want to start the next episode? Go back to the main menu. It should do that, really. Doesn't matter. Alright, so on the preview. Still happy with this one. Good representation.
Yeah, no, that's one, yeah.
Right, so yeah, I'll do first streams. Check back on Wednesday for more Ace Attorney. I'm probably going to be blabbering on a bit about the Shadow game that's coming out tomorrow, by the way. So, yay. Alright, yeah, I'll do for a stream. Yeah, so till next time. Bye all.
Bye.
Yeah, legit. I thought the, the Sonic X Shadow Generations thing was coming out on the 23rd, not 22nd. So call me surprised.
Good.
Like, yeah, I get to have game earlier than I expected. I was initially gonna have it physical. Half impatient, half. Do I really need it physical when I can just have it still on Steam?